Stream is starting diye bir şey yapalım buraya. Mesela şöyle text oluşturup stream starting geleceğim ve font olarak yine kral kırmızı seçelim, color white, transform, fit the screen, bir tık büyük oldu. Şey yok mu böyle direkt ortalama? Transform neydi? Scale yok. Nasıl olacak şimdi bu? Transform center to screen. Heh. Şimdi oldu. Hatta buna da bir tane arka plan ekleyelim. Şöyle. Ne olsun? Arka plan. Videolarımıza bir bakalım. Neler var neler yok. İşte downloads'tan video varsa koyacağım. What the hell is that? Anyways, I guess we are not gonna be putting anything there. Yeah, it's just gonna be a color source. Yeah, it's cool. Şöyle bir color. Yes. Media source is delayed. Text animate verebiliyor muyuz bakalım. Enable and text transform. Uppercase. None. Opacity gradient. Oh, gradient verebiliyor muyuz? Gradient color. Pick screen color diyelim. Okay. Ooh, okay. Gradient direction. Şöyle. 180. Yani işte opacity'yi düşürürsek bir tık dursun öyle, tamam. Tamamdır. Outline istemiyorum. Chat outline. Onu da kapat. Use custom text. Extend. I don't know what that means. Anyways, guys. Yeah, I think we are okay. I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes. Just wait a little more.
So what's the dealio with this music? This shit's whacked.
It's jazz, you ignorant mofo.
Jazz, schmazz, pop this shit in.
Hey!
Yo, what up, what up? Alright, so where did we left? Yeah, we are right here. So let me just check my stream. Yep, it is going well, I guess. Yep, alright, okay. Cool, nice. So we were left in this course, in this video.
Get rid of everything out there. The reason it does that is just
En son black outside yapıyoruz çünkü buradaki dot'ların dışındaki yerleri bilmediği için oraları kenar piksellerini straight line'a dizerek yapıyor. Fakat biz black outside işaretlediğimizde onu fixliyor idi. Şunu şöyle yapalım biraz daha. Fixliyor idi.
the edge. It's not calculating
Let me just adjust the one.
beyond that, and it's just stretching the color because it doesn't know what to do. So you just click the black outside button and it fixes it. The other way you could do it is if you leave it off and you hit T and you create that alpha, it'll automatically just discard everything that's not being calculated outside of the bounding box.
Wait. I think there's something I'm missing. Okay, I'm back. Cool. Alright, the webcam is cool. Let's just continue.
So if you merge it over, same result. It's fitting perfectly to our video, and that's good to go.
Yani şu an bizim bunu yapmamız lazım. Şunu aşağı alalım. Nuke burada. Evet, şimdi. Bu grade nodumuz ne yaptı? Ya, şu niye gelip duruyor anlamadım. Heh. Tamam. Şu anda arkada bunun olması lazım yani. Bu. Şimdi bunun transformunu kapat. Aynen, tamamdır. Güzel. Bunu ayarlıyormuş. Bu da bunu yapıyor. Şimdi biz bunun ikisini merge'lememiz lazım. Yani şunu bununla merge'lememiz lazım. Alpha buna bağlanacak çünkü alpha over. Nice. Ama tabii ki bunda bir transform nodu da olması lazım. Bir alpha channel vermesi için güzel. Alpha channel'da şöyle reformattan sonra değil mi? Aynen, reformattan sonra yemiş. Reformattan sonra veriyoruz. Bu ne yapıyordu? Aynen, bu mesela böyle leş gibi olan videoyu çat mis gibi hale getiriyor. Ve alpha channel'ını da ekliyoruz. Full white alpha channel. Sonra da background olarak bunu alıyoruz. Çat üzerine biniyor. Daha sonra bunu hareket ettirmek istersek şöyle transform nodundan Bunun kontrolü niye böyle çubuk çubuk değil ki? Yani niye çubuk çubuk değil mesela hani? Niye böyle yapmak zorundasın? Neyse böyle yapacağız herhalde. Belki daha kolay yolu da vardır. Şimdilik save'leyelim.
The other thing to know is if you scale this up.
Evet, şuradan hemen ben bir chat'e bakalım. Chat'e birisi gelirse falan filan. Alright, so this is our chat. Alright. So let's go to the live and open the live chat filter, all messages. Alright, so if there is anything, anyone, just gonna, yeah.
And you see that that dotted line is going beyond your frame. Again, our bounding box is going beyond the frame, but the term for that, important to know, because when you're talking about it, if you don't know what the term is, it's called overscan. So any pixels that are outside of the frame are called overscan. And sometimes you want some pixels to be outside of the frame.
Şimdi neden outside oldu?
Because to know, because what we're about to know is if you scale this up and you see that that dotted line is going beyond your frame.
816 height'tan 1145'e çıktı. Transform'a gelelim. Scale arttıralım. 1046'ya çıktı bizde de. Peki ne yararı oldu bize? Hani böyle büyütebiliyormuşuz. Tamam. Bunun center'ını bu arada 0 0 yapmamız lazım. Veya 1 dakika transform'u şöyle eklersek bence evet çözüldü. Otomatik center'a attı 728'e 408. Şöyle çekelim. Scale. Tamamdır. Scale'ını arttırdığımızda da işte hani şöyle diyelim ki koyduk. 1456'ya 1164 oldu. Alright. So let me just check my stream if it's working cool or not. Oldu. Alright. So let me just check my şöyle diyelim. Scale. Tamamdır. Tamamdır. Nice. Very nice.
Again, our bounding box is going beyond the frame, but the term for that, important to know, because when you're talking about it, if you don't know what the term is, it's called overscan. So any pixels that are outside of the frame are called overscan. And sometimes you want some pixels to be outside of.
So this is overscan.
Pixels that are outside of the frame are called overscan. And sometimes you
frame'in dışında olanlar overscan
want some
olarak
pixels to be outside of the frame, because let's say you want to animate this clip moving into the frame, right? You want to have some data that's out there. So that's just important to know. Overscan
kendisi otomatik olarak overscan ekliyormuş. Yani bizim renderlayacağımız alanın dışında da yani bir overscan alanımız bulunuyor.
Pixels are outside of the frame that we can see. And the reason that can be useful as well is if we blur this image, so we'll put a blur node and we'll just blur it. So that blur is taking the average of all the colors. And so if there was no pixels outside of this frame, it would just be pulling in black here.
Oh, okay. Evet, güzel. Hani After Effects'teki Motion Tile veya hani Repeat the Outside Frame tikini işaretlediğimizde yapılan şeyi Nuke burada kendisi otomatik olarak ekliyor, gördüğünüz gibi şu overscan alanını. Gerçekten güzel bir şey hani. Hoş gerçekten. Evet.
So for example, to kind of show that, let's just disable the blur for a second and we'll use another node that's very common called the crop node. And we'll crop it.
Evet, crop'u dün denemiştik zaten hani kenar üst alt üstten hani istediğin gibi kesebiliyorsun.
And the crop will automatically cut the pixels to the edge of the video. And so now you see that dotted line, if I hit disable, if you press the node, hit D, it'll disable the effect. you see that the pixels that are outside there are getting cut off because our dotted frame is no longer showing that overscan. And so if we were to blur it now, you see that the
Outside frame'leri otomatik olarak
it'll disable.
kesiyormuş.
Now you see that automatic is another node that's very common called the crop node. And we'll crop.
Crop'u eklediği an çat diye outside frame'i kapattı. Bakalım hemen. Crop, enter. Evet. Yani bundan sonra da blur eklediğimizde tabi. Evet şu anda mesela şunu biraz daha şey yapacağız. Tabi transform'unu küçültmemiz gerekiyor. Bir tık. Şöyle koyalım mesela. Crop'u kapat. Blur'u atalım. Evet. Mesela şöyle koyduk. Eğer crop aktifleştirirsek burada black bir böyle bir sanki vignette efekti ekliyor hani. Evet gördüğünüz gibi crop kapalı, tertemiz, hani dış frame'i şu an görebiliyoruz. Hani dışta bir overscan alanımız var. Crop'u aktifleştirdiğimizde bunun kendi alanına dönüyor. Yani blur attığımızda da şöyle tekrar göstereyim. Tertemiz bir hani dış overscan alanını da hesaplayarak bir blur atıyor. Gerçekten güzel bir şey. Yani burada ne yapmamız lazım? Crop'u kullanmamamız lazım. Yani D'den de devre dışı bırakabiliyormuşuz. Evet.
And the crop will automatically cut the pixels to the edge of the video. And so now you see that dotted line, if I hit disable, if you press the node, hit D, it'll disable the effect. You see that the pixels that are outside there are getting cut off because our dotted frame is no longer showing that overscan. And so if we were to blur it now, you see that the edge, there's nothing for it to pull in. There's no colors for it to pull in. So that's why it's useful to have some overscan sometimes. But
adamın videosu different, o yüzden onda beyaz şeyler gösteriyor.
At the same time, if you have a really big bounding box, and let's say we've scaled up this image, you know, let's say we brought in this Ember video and we've scaled it and we've rotated it and we put it like this, and we have like all this giant, pixels out here. Every frame is calculating all this stuff that we actually don't see. And so if we were to like take this and then we blur it, it's blurring the pixels in here, but it's also blurring all the pixels out here. So it's going to slow down your computer if it's
yani tabii bilgisayarını yavaşlatacak.
Wasting that processing power to blur all these pixels.
Yani buna mutlaka bir crop eklememiz de gerekiyor. Ama nereye? Yani sonraya mı ekleyeceğiz? Tabii sonra ekleyeceksin yani. Bakalım. Aynen sonra eklediğimiz zaman processing power daha verimli kullanılıyor.
And so this is where the crop node would be useful. But again, we just said that we can't crop it because, we can't crop it because there's not pixels to pull in. But we can crop it and then double click the crop node. And then there's actually a little line here. If we hit Q, make sure overlay is on, we just expand it. So we give it enough overscan so that it doesn't have that blurring issue.
Enough overscan verirsek yarıda takılıyken enough overscan ile şöyle tekrar Chrome'a bakalım. Enough overscan ile şu anda bir şey değişmiyor. Tabii. Niye değişmiyor? Değişmez tabii. Şöyle verdiğimizde mesela hiçbir şey değişmez. Piksellerde bile bir değişim olmuyor gördüğünüz gibi. Tertemiz.
But at the same time, we're not processing all of the pixels that are like way outside of the video frame. So
yani processing power gerçekten efficient olarak kullanılmış oluyor.
That's where the crop node comes in. It becomes an optimization issue when you have like things that you've massively scaled up and then it's just wasting processing. And it will happen. That's like an immediate issue that people will run into. You scale two images that don't fit together and then your computer starts slowing down. If you start having some really slow stuff or something like that, zoom out, check this little dotted line. That's most often the issue that beginners run into.
Yani yeni başlayanlar mesela şu dotted line içinin renderlandığını pek bilmiyorlar imiş. O yüzden mesela şu anda daha çok processing power kullanıyor bilgisayar. Çünkü şu dotted line büyük, hani normalde bilgisayar bunu renderlemesi lazım. Dotted line onun çok dışında. Yani buraları da hesaplamaya çalışıyor. Ama ben bunu crop edersem hani mantıklı bir size'la şöyle bakalım. Aynen öyle. Şu şekil crop edebiliyorsunuz. Böyle daha çok processing power, böyle daha verimli, optimize bir sahnemiz olmuş oluyor.
It's very, very common, even to make that mistake, just for
Çok fazla kişi bu hatayı yapıyormuş. Yani tabii mantıklı. Tamam, şu an bir tane şu an mesela çok dışı renderladı. Blur'ı kapattım. Şu transform'u bir dakika, transform'u şöyle getirelim. Scale'ını büyütelim. Evet, gördüğümüz gibi şu anda siyahlıklar da gitsin istiyorum. Şu şekil. Tamamdır. Tamam, oynatalım bir. Tamam. Mesela şu an buna ben bir blur attım. Ve blur ne yaptı? Overscan'i bir tık daha büyüttü. Yani şu an daha fazla yer hesaplamaya çalışıyor. Fakat ben gelip transform'dan sonra şöyle bir dakika, 3D alana değil, transform'dan şöyle bir crop atarsam çat. Şu an optimize oldu bayağı. Diyor instructor.
working. So definitely check your bounding box is something that I would recommend. And so this is good, and we could switch this video clip here to a plus, and then we could, see instead of having it over black, we have some of those like embers blowing over the.
Embers. Embers ne demekmiş? Hemen bakalım. Közler. Evet. Peki bana bir tane köz şeyi versen olur mu? Közler. Embers. Stock video diyelim. Free stock video. Şu güzelmiş. 11 saniye. Şöyle gelsen. Da seni 360 yapacağız. Bunu indirdik. Sen kapan. Downloads nerede? Evet, burada. Embers overlay, mesela şu kedi videosunun yerine, tamam mı? Neymiş bu kedi videosu? Ben daha ne onu bile bilmiyorum. Ha. Tamam. Input dersek, şu kedi videosunu seçip input dersek, tamam, onunkine dönüşüyor. Evet. Ben şu an bunu istemiyorum. A'dan çıkardım. Node 3'den. Bunu import ettim. Bu da bakalım neymiş. Güzel bir Embers. Peki ben bunu reformat'a bağlarsam, undestructive workflow'da otomatikman her şeyi ard ardına koyması gerekiyor. Ve ben burada gidip transform'u devre dışı bırakırsam ne olur? Bir şey olmadı çünkü bunun içinde zaten bu bir video. O yüzden merge node'unun içine girip buradan operation'ı over deyip değil de plus yapacağız. Evet. Şu anda oldu gibi. Tamam. Şimdi bir tık daha iyi oldu gibi. Aynen. Ama arka plan çok saçma oldu. Mesela şu mist yerine, tamam mı? Şunu koyalım. Bu neymiş bakalım tekrar. Şu merge'i sileceğim. Şuna bağla. Bu bir grade node'u. Tamam, o kalabilir. Bunun background'unu buna takacağız. Ve çat. Arka planımız artık oldu. Güzel gibi. Fakat amber'lar sağdan sola gelse aslında bir tık daha iyi olabilir. Şimdi rotation'ını nereden yapmıştık? Rotation. Where is the rotation? Tamam, hadi buradan yapacağım hadi. Ama ben göremiyorum. O zaman hocam nasıl yapacağız? Şu scale, tamam, bu scale'mış. Hatta bir tık şöyle küçültelim. Ya da aynen şöyle. Genişletmeyeceğim çünkü uniform olarak scale etmek istiyorum. O da buradan uniform olarak oluyor. Bu ne? Bu scale. Tamam, o değil. Hocam az önce rotation handle'ı çıkmıştı. Az önce rotation handle'ını arıyorum. Az önce çıkan. Mouse'u nereye getirmiştik? Tam olarak. Neyse. Şu anda eksi 71 ya. Mesela bunu 90 yaparsam bence olacak. Bakalım hemen. Bir de scale edersek şöyle. Bir dakika, olmadı. Bir de scale'ımızı yaptığımız zaman bakalım olacak mı? Aynen, hani sağ taraftan sola geçiyor gibi oldu. Reformat'tan sonraki transfer noduyla yaptık bunu. Blur'u mesela kapattık. Evet. Şimdi blur'u açtık. Kapattık. Güzel. Tamamdır.
The video. We're gonna make this look better. This is just a quick example. That's just kind of a quick and dirty example. But yeah, that is something to know when merging images that are different sizes over each other. So next we're going to talk about how to take this image and bring it into a composite that is sort of more final. So I'm going to give you guys my full node tree here. One of the best ways to learn Nuke is to learn from other people's scripts. So I provided you guys my simple script here. You'll be able to step down. One really good way to learn is take the viewer node and just look at each layer to understand what the person's logic was. And that's a really, really good way to follow and understand what the decision.
Büyük ihtimal sen de satıyorsun script'ını. Download Nuke, download the project files. Bakalım. 0. Tamam. Purchase. Bunu zaten sanki aldım gibi geliyor. What? Remove. Okay. Bunu zaten download ettim diye biliyorum ben. Bakalım hemen. Materials 562 MB. Aynen burada. Zaten indirmişiz. Packaged. Hani script burada ama ben hani kendim şey yapmak istiyorum, hani öğrenmek istiyorum. Hani. Okay.
Decisions were to kind of make the composite work. And so
bu arada kaç dakika olmuşuz? Hemen bir ona bakacağım. 31 dakika olmuş. Şuradan bir 10 dakika daha çalıştıktan sonra kısa bir ara vereceğiz.
So I can step down this comp and I can look at every single layer, every single color correction that's being done here, and you can see exactly how it's done. So that is available for you guys. We're going to rebuild this from scratch in this video.
Rebuild this from scratch.
So
okay.
Not to worry, but that is there. I'll leave it in the script on this side here. So this viewer nodes here. This is the example we just did. And I'll start building it from here. Again, we'll have our element.
Exponential Glow 3. Adam Exponential Glow kullanıyor. Şurada Exponential Glow. Büyük ihtimal bu. Bunu nasıl kuracağız? AP Glow. Ona hemen bir bakalım. Nasıl kuruluyormuş. Şey çağırınca olsun ya elimizde bir zahmet. Description tamam. Update 2002 update simpler version or happier with subframes. Bounding wax count tamam. Nasıl kuruyoruz? How the frick did we actually plant this? I'm just gonna actually go to the documents and nuke. No, John dot nuke. Burada dot nuke diye bir class olması lazım. Evet burada. Büyük ihtimal buraya atacağız gizmoyu. Şöyle mi atacağız? Nasıl atacağız? Anlamadım ki. Bir dakika. Hemen ona bir bakmam lazım. Install gizmos. What? Bir dakika. Out'ya son mu veriliyor?
Teknoloji raporunda bu hafta Steam yapay zekaya izin veriyor. Play Store satın aldığınız uygulamaları siliyor. AirDrop'ta bir açık keşfediliyor ve OT masaüstü uygulamasına son veriyor. Teknoloji raporunun yeni bölümüne hoş masaüstü uygulamasına son veriyor.
Ne?
Uygulamaları siliyor. AirDrop'ta bir açık keşfediliyor ve OT masaüstü uygulamasına son veriyor. Teknoloji raporunun yeni bölümüne hoş geldiniz.
OT neden kaldırıyor? Bir dakika. OT News. Let's just go to news. Sadece desktop, okay. Daha güvenli oldu yani tabi. Backdrop node. Şimdi. Bana tekrar clean bir sayfa lazım. Şöyle. Gelelim sağa doğru. Weaver nodumuz şurada dursun. Bunlar kaldır. Şöyle. Hatta seni de sil. Seni de şöyle sil. Siz şöyle durun. Tamam mı? Tamamdır. Bunlar böyle duracak. Hatta merge bile gerek yok. Burada bir tane daha Weaver varmış. Bir dakika ben bir tane Weaver istiyorum. Nerede Weaver? F. Burada güzel. Bu video. Tamamdır. Okay. Cat videosunu şimdilik sildim. Evet. Ne yapıyoruz bakalım. Exponential Glow. How to install gizmos. Şuna bakacaktık. How to install gizmos.
Account. And then if you come to downloads, I think everyone should have this here. So click that, whatever. But I'm just conditions. Click download. I've got despillmadness.gizmo. Now sometimes, because this is the file we need, despill madness. So what I need to do now and decompress it, like with this one, I'm going to users. Go into your user is now what we want to call command B on a Mac and paste your gizmo. And you come into come to plugins. Here we go. We've got this D. Come into D and despill madness. Green screen. Lots of good on the top. And anyway, this is our gizmo. We can quite a few good ones in here. We've got additive one really handy. Our gizmo. We can tell it.
Despill madness. Evet, gizmoyu nasıl kuracağımızı öğrendik. AP Glow'un gizmosunu buraya çıktı alıyoruz. Daha sonra nuke'a giriyoruz. Nuke'tan şuna basıp all plugins update dediğimizde neydi? AP. A'nın içinde olması lazım değil mi? Yok. AP Glow. Glow. Exponential yok. AP Glow. AP Glow buraya gelmedi. Update. AP Glow. Heh, burada geldi. Mask Area Image. Güzel. Yani burada gelmiş oluyor. Tamamdır.
And I also provided you guys with one extra node called Exponential Glow. The way you can save this is a custom node, but you can save it by pressing this little thing, little kind of a wrench here, and hitting create. And then if you just type a name, it'll save this in your nodes that you can search later. So if you say exp glow like this and hit enter, whenever you hit tab, you can type that and you'll actually get that node. And so all this node is just a better glow than the normal glow. There's a normal glow in Nuke called glow. This one just looks a little bit better because if we put it on something to show you, if we create a radial node, which is just a circle, I'll just turn the softness to 0 and then I'll plug the glow into the radio. And you see what the normal glow looks like. And then if we put an exponential glow and switch our viewer, it's a little bit better. It just kind of falls off nicer. And
Exponential Glow. O neredeymiş? Bir dakika ona bakalım hemen. Bir saniye. Bu değil. Projects. Script Exponential Glow. Bunu indirmedik, evet. Bunu daha indirmedik. Download diyelim. Oliver Blanket. Okay. Exponential Glow. Bunu nasıl import ediyoruz?
Save the nodes here. This is the example. We just have one extra node called Exponential Glow. The way you can save this is a custom node, but you can save it by pressing this little
Ayar settings gibi bir şey.
Thing.
Create.
A little kind of a wrench here and hitting create.
Yani ben şimdi bunu alıp böyle sürüklediğim zaman ne oluyor? Mask ve 1. Explode. Bendeki niye farklı? Bro, oh my god, bro. Expo Glow. Bro, come on, man. Oh my god. Evet, ara vermemiz gerekiyor ama şu Exponential Glow hangisi onu çözemedim şu an. Kim yapmış bunu? Expo Glow. Glow. Glow. Exp Glow denen Nuke script'ü gerekiyor. Resite çok yavaş. Why the heck is this happening, bro? Exponential glow. Tamam. Büyük ihtimal bu. Expo glow download diyelim. Değil. Evet. Terms'ü kabul et. They agree the terms. Download. Tamamdır. Expo glow da geldi. Bir kere bu değil. Bu önceki. Sen aşağı gel. Downloads'tan Expo glow buraya gelecek. Ondan sonra Expo glow gizmosunu buraya atacağız. AP değil. Şöyle. Expo glow gizmo. Şunu da silelim. AP glow. Sonra nuke'a geldikten sonra burada all plugins updates diyelim. Sonra exponential glow. Burada bakalım expo glow desek. AP glow var hala. Updatelenmedi mi? Updates. Save the project. Bakalım tekrar Expo glow. Evet geldi. Expo glow buymuş. Evet, AP glow ne? Couldn't read the file. Of course couldn't read the file. Okay. Exponential glow. I don't understand, bro. Like seriously. I just don't understand. Şu create fruit menu item neymiş bakalım.
And then if you just type a name, it'll save this in your...
Image input'um var mı? Benim de image mask input'um var. Hani ben onu anlamadım şu anda hani. Neyse.
Nodes that you can search later. So if you say exp glow like this and hit enter, whenever you hit...
Tamam. Exp glow. Create the tool. Exp glow. Yok bu değil. Exp glow. Şu anda geldi. Güzel. Expo glow neymiş? Bu da mask ve input istiyor. AP glow. Mask area ve image istiyor. Şimdi bu adamın kullandığı ne? Abi bu adamın kullandığı ne ya?
hit tab, you can type.
Yani ben anlamadım şu an ya. Bir kere bu değil. Bu da değil. Bu da değil. Yani what the hell is going on, bro? What the hell? I'm stuck. I am stuck. I'm so stuck.
You can know this viewer nodes here. This is the example we just did. And I'll start building it from here. Again, we'll have our elements. And I also provided you guys with one extra node called exponential glow. The way you can save this is a custom node, but you can save it by pressing this little thing.
Şimdi adam kendisi yapmış herhalde. O yüzden onun paketini açmamız lazım. Açalım bakalım. Şu. Tamam. gir. Buradan create. Xflow. Delete Xflow. Create. Xflow. Nice. Alt tireli olan. Tamam. Çıkabiliriz. Bir dakika dur. Yanlıştan mı çıktık? Tamamdır. Şu anda buraya onu Xglow. Nice. Şu an ekleyebildik. Güzel. Sen de şöyle durursun. Nice.
Little kind of a wrench here and hitting create. And then if you just type a name, it'll save this in your notes that you can search later. So if you say Xglow, Xglow, like this, and hit enter, whenever you hit tab, you can type that and you'll actually get that node. And so all this node is just a better glow than a normal glow. There's a normal glow in Nuke called glow. This one just looks a little bit better because if we put it on something to show you, if we create a radial node, which is just a circle, I'll just turn softness to 0.
Radial.
And then I'll plug the glow into the radio. And you see what the normal glow looks like. And then if we put an exponential glow and switch our viewer, it's a little.
Bro, what the fuck is this sound, bro? I think there's somebody there fixing the windows or something. Anyways. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a normal glow. I don't even know what the other ones do. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Alright, let's just... This one. It's giving me this. That's all, I guess. Okay. Okay, this one. Exponential glow. Ooh. Okay, this is really nice. This is cool, right? Just full white, probably. This is full white. Yep. Okay. This one is still not. Ooh, brightness, image brightness, blur. Spread. Plus. this is insane. Okay. That's cool. Alright. So, let's go with this one. Reset all of the settings to normal. Normal stuff. Can you do that, bro? Anyways, I guess we just need to not this one. Glow. Alright. Okay. Okay. I'm really still on it, bro. Caution. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Just if I do this one.
It's a little bit better. It just kind of falls off nicer and that's something you'll learn about as time goes. A little bit the normal glow looks like, and then if we put an exponential glow and switch our viewer, it's a little bit better. It just kind of falls off nicer, and that's something you'll learn about as time goes on. Exponential glow and quadratic fall off and those type of things. We're not going to go deep in those concepts in this video, but it is better, so save it and it'll make your stuff look better. So with that in mind, we'll start building this composite.
Yeah, guys. I think this will be the end of the first session, because I'm gonna be taking a break for, let me just take a look. Yeah, 10 minutes is gone. I'm gonna take a break for 15, bro. Yeah. After 15, you're gonna compose it following this After Effects to Nuke tutorial. Alright? Now, see you later. For 15 minutes later. Okay.
this composite. So now we're going to start the composite. One thing to mention is we want to look at our pictures first. So we have all of our pictures laid out here, and we have the basic start for our script, which is what I'll give you guys to set up. Also, to keep your
What's up? What's up? Los visuals.
script organized, you can add these little elbows, these little dot nodes.
So, how do we add those elbows?
Also, to keep your script organized, you can add these little elbows, these.
Is it like with the alt? Oh, alt. Oh, okay, got it. So you can just put it like this. Wait, not that. Alright, that's cool.
Little dot nodes by holding control and then clicking on these pipes in between the nodes. And that just helps you keep these straight lines. I always give a little bit of space, and usually I will always add the nodes vertically, and then we just connect it over to the right. And that's
Yeah, this is very nice organized right now. There's not much of a node, but yeah. We are going to composite this image with this, and we are gonna composite on top of this mist, and as a background we're gonna use these, but we're just gonna do the compositing of these 5 images basically. Yeah, these only 5 images. It's so basic one, but yeah, if I have been in After Effects right here, it would be easy enough. But yeah, the nuke is industry standard, you know. Like I'm trying to learn I'm trying to like transition into nuke. That's
a really good way to keep your scripts organized. So first thing we want to do is look at our images. We can see here that he's a little bit out of focus on his back arm.
Oh no? Yeah, he is.
Shoulder, and he's in focus towards the camera. So what we want to actually do to make this look kind of cool is make it look like a long focal length lens. So a longer lens is going to have a shallower depth of field. Depth of field is where you have a certain portion of your frame that's in focus and the rest is out of focus, and you get a bokeh background. So some of you guys might know what that is, some might not, but just speaking broadly here, that's what we're going to do. So basically what we need to do, reframe the background and make it look out of focus. So I'm going to put a transform node by hitting T. I'm going to scale it up, and I'm going to start to position it in a place that makes sense. He's lit from the top left, so I want to have something that sort of justifies that kind of lighting. And I'll just play with the position here to get something along those lines, move it into place, and make it look like these mountains the trees are pretty far behind him. So something like this would be good. I'm going to have it more on the left as well, because I do want to add a smoke element back there. So if I put just white, it's going to be hard to see any additional layers of elements, and that wouldn't be as interesting. So something like this is going to work. It doesn't matter that our
After Effects is pretty cool too. Yeah, but the layering style, on top of it, like I don't really like that thing. Like if I want to change something like a text in a like 7 compositions on top of it, 7 composition, I need to like go in there. Yeah, that's actually really a lot of work. in Nuke, I think things are a little bit easier, but takes just a little bit of more time, I might say.
Image is really low res because we're gonna make it out of focus anyway.
So I'm just gonna make this image. Actually, I'm just gonna add a transform node here, or reformat. Yeah, what did he use? Transform, okay. But I remember that he used reformat. Where did he use reformat? Oh, he didn't. Okay, he didn't. Let me just add a transform node here. And if I just scaled up like this, oh, okay. So, like this, maybe. Oh, this is too big. Maybe like this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the vanishing point is this area right here. So, if the photo, I think, yeah, we can see this man's head. So, the vanishing point must be like here or something. So I'm just gonna put it like this. Yeah, it fits a lot better right now. It fits a lot better. Yep. And just gonna continue.
Move it into place and make it look like these mountains are, the trees are pretty far behind him. So something like this would be good. I'm gonna have it more on the left as well because I do want to add a smoke element back there. So if I put just, you know, white, it's gonna be hard to see any additional layers of elements. And that
Oh, yeah, I can just slide this like this, yeah, but not enough scale. I think, yeah, this is cool.
wouldn't be as interesting. So something like this is going to work. It doesn't matter that our image is really low res because we're going to make it out of focus.
Low res olsa da sıkıntı yok diyor. So bakalım, evet bu bayağı low res ama tabii blur'una da ekleyeceğimiz için.
Anyways, so one thing we want to do before we add the defocus is remember our good habits. As soon as we scale that picture up, we're going to have a
Crop. You need to use the crop node. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Before, after.
really, really big but an active computer. A little bit outside, we want to do that because if we add a defocus node, and this is kind of like a blur, but it acts more like a camera defocus.
Camera defocus.
It's going to defocus all these pixels that are out here, and that's going to waste a lot of computer memory.
Yeah, that's
so
correct.
what we're going to do is add a crop node after the transform, and then just pull that a little bit outside the edges so that we don't run into the issue that we talked about earlier.
Oh, okay. So this is crop. I'm gonna make this a little bigger because if we defocus, you might run into some issues. Yep. And I think the transform is it's a lot better. Yep.
And now if we add the defocus, double click it, and we can increase.
Let's add a defocus after this. Alright, defocus. Oh, aspect ratio 2 point equal to locus. Anyways, I'm just gonna set it to 1.
That amount, we'll start to see that that looks like a camera defocus.
Yeah, I see that. So if I add another crop node here, it is gonna make things, I don't know. So this is the image, alright. This is the cropped. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's why. Okay. You don't want those weakness effects there. So let's just delete this one.
So let's look at the result of the merge by pressing 1, and we can get something interesting like that. So we can scale that up and down. Now, one thing to note as a visual difference is if you plug in the blur node and we blur it and we compare to the focus, I'll press 1 and look at this, and press 1 and look at this, they actually do a different thing. So you'll see that we get these 1 and look at this. And press
Yeah, I'm actually really wondering what is the difference. Let's show the blur node. Crop it to 2. Let me just, yeah, defocus and blur. Okay, let's see. This is the defocus. This is the blur. Yeah, the camera one is actually cooler. Yep. Okay. Okay. I got it. So I don't want these. Yeah, you can actually.
press 1 and look at this. They actually do a different thing. So you'll see that we get these sharp circular bokeh highlights, and that's what a camera does when it's defocused image versus a blur, which is not as photorealistic. So it is better to use this in.
Okay, yeah. And this is enough, I guess.
This type of scenario, it's a good thing to understand visually that there is a difference there.
Okay.
So if we look at our guy, there's a few things we got to fix on him as well, because this was cut out just roughly in Photoshop. The edge is not matching the defocus. If we look at him, you see that we have like a dark and sharp edge where it should just be kind of out of focus on that edge. So what we can do is just add a simple edge blur. So we can add an edge blur node, and this will just blur around the edge, and we can increase this amount until it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's talking about this side, this thing. So when do we blur it? After the pre-mold, okay. Edge blur. Actually, if I just press E, oh. Edge blur. Which one is which? Edge blur filter. Edge blur E. Edge blur. Yeah, I don't know what is the difference.
Add edge blur.
Filter, okay. As a filter. Okay. Can I add this in here? Yeah, this is a lot better. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, this is cool. Like this. No, that's too much. Okay. This is a lot better.
So we can add an edge blur node, and this will just blur around the edge, and we can increase this amount until it matches the defocus. And the way to match it is to look at the highlights. Try to find circular highlights is even better to look for, but even just the edges, and you can see how wide the edges are, and try to match that. We could do some, but even just the edges, and you can see how wide the edges are. And
I think that's too much. This is better. Yep.
and try to match that. We could do some more advanced edge fixes and edge extends, but I'm not going to get into it in this tutorial just to not overcomplicate things for beginners. So this is perfectly fine for what we're doing, and what we can do is we can isolate this effect, because if we're doing an edge blur, what it's doing is it blurs the edge all the way around. But we don't want to blur this side, so we want to isolate it. So we press O, and we can plug in this little mask input. We don't want to blur this side, so we want to isolate it. So we press O, and we can plug in this little mask input.
Oh, so we don't want to blur this side. So hit O, not here, here. This is a mask option. This is a mask. All right. So, okay.
So let many nodes.
Bro, I forgot to freaking activate it, bro. Frick. Oh my god. I forgot to activate. Why is it like not correct? Wait a second, guys. Let me just transform this. Transform. Edit transform. No. Transform, rotate, flip horizontal. Nice. This is what is reflecting to the camera. That's what I like to see. Nice. Alright. And nice, okay.
Even so we want to isolate it, so we press O, and we can plug in this little mask input. So let many nodes, even the grade node, for example, this little side arrow has a mask input and input.
The
so
sides.
let many nodes.
Right side is mask input, or the sides.
Nodes, even the grade node, for example, this little side arrow has a mask input.
Mask input variables rotola.
And we'll isolate the effect through that roto shape. So if we take the roto shape, we double click, we turn our overlay on, and we just draw a roto around this area. And then we view this node, make sure.
Let me just see. Okay. So if I come here and select this area. Okay. Well, what does this do now? It is affecting there, but not here. If I disable this, yeah. That's cool. It is cool as hell. Alright.
We're looking at it. You'll see if I zoom in here that the edge blur is only being. View this node, make sure we're looking at it.
Oh, that's cool.
You'll see if I zoom in here that the edge blur is only being applied within the alpha. And so that's good, but we don't want to have a sharp, cutoff where that effect ends. So what we can do with the roto points is hold control and just soften them off a little bit. And that's going to be good enough for roto points is hold control and just soften them off a little bit.
Control click. Should I put?
And that's going to be good enough for what we're doing. So that's a good result. And now we can look at this, and it looks like he's fading back what we're doing. So that's a good result. And now we can look at this.
This is better. I guess. Yeah, that's cool.
This, and it looks like he's fading back out of focus. We could brighten the edge slightly, but
Okay.
like I said, we won't nitpick.
My bros is looking better. I put you right there. Okay. And what are you? There. Okay. That's better.
Too much on this comp. One of the reasons I moved this down, like we said, was to get the smoke element in there because we didn't want to put it over something really bright. So let's go grab our smoke element and we can put some, just an additional layer of contrast between them. And that will give it a little bit more interest. So we can grab this guy. I'll hit Control V so we leave the original up there and just Control C, Control V rather. And we'll put a transform node and we'll merge it over.
My man is freaking fast, not gonna lie. Şuraya mı merge dedik? Transform node. Actually, transform T değil mi? Tamam. Merge chart. Tamam.
So of course this is not what we want. We want
Plus olacak. Plus. Yani şunu plus yaparsak. Aynen. Ya da multiply mı? Yok hayır. Plus. Aynen.
that to be kind of transparent. One mistake that you will make probably is doing this plus operation, and
Oh my god, bro. Are you serious? I did it. Alright, then what? Then what? Over.
in some cases this kind of technically works, but
Technically works.
it's actually, you're gonna get slapped on the wrist if you ever do this.
Slapped on the wrist. Oh my god. What is that, bro? Dileğine bir tokat diyor.
In the Visual Effects Studio, because it's not it's actually, you're gonna get slapped on the wrist if you ever do this in the Visual Effects Studio, because it's not actually what you're supposed to do with smoke. Over black it works, but if you do it over things that have any kind of light, this is actually incorrect, because smoke should not brighten something that is behind.
Smoke arkadaki şeyi brightlamaması lazım diyor. Yani şöyle bakalım nasıl oluyormuş. Hocam plus I don't understand why it's not working. Okay. Why is this not working? Screen. Bro.
supposed to do with smoke. In some that you will make probably is doing this plus operation, and in some cases now we'll put a trans, and that will give it a little bit more interest. Scott, so we try to just control.
Arka plana eklemiş şu an. Ben de diyorum niye arıyor. Okay. The fuck? Oh, what? Oh my god. Nuke crashed, guys. And I didn't start this. Let me just check. Okay. It's already been 30 minutes, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna make it like 19. Alright. Just turn off this, bro. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, okay. This one. This is the next. And this is gonna be there. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna add transform node here. And I add this here. It's making it darker. So we just need to make it screen. No soft light. I don't know, screen or something. Okay. Alright.
Control C, Control V rather. Of course, this is not what we want. We want that to be kind of this. It's actually, you're gonna get slapped and insert do this in the Visual Effects Studio because it's not actually what you're supposed to do with smoke. Over black it works, but if you do it over things that have any kind of light, this is actually incorrect because smoke should not brighten something that is behind. So you should never be plussing a smoke over, and
never be plussing.
Even though you may have learned to do it this way at After Effects or Photoshop, there's tutorials out there that show this. The technically correct way is slightly different. So I'm going to teach you guys this early on just so you have a good habit. So we're going to keep it as an over.
Oh, cool. Over, let's change. Alright. Over.
But what we're going to do is we're going to give this an alpha. And so right now it doesn't have an alpha, but what we can do is create an alpha from the luminance or the brightness of the image. So we're going to use a keyer node. And what this node does is it looks at the brightness of the image and creates an alpha channel. So if you hit A,
keyer node looks at the image, creates an alpha channel. 1, 2, alpha. 1, alpha. 1. Oh, that's insane. That is insane. RGB alpha. Input RGB olarak veriyoruz. Luminance key. That's cool as hell. That's That's insane.
A, we see that there's now an alpha channel. If I hit D on the keyboard and disable it, you see it's no longer there. So it's created, there's now an alpha channel. If I hit brightness of the image, it creates an alpha channel. So if we hit A, we see that there's now an alpha channel. If I hit D on the keyboard and disable it, you see it's no longer there. So it's creating that alpha channel, which if we do over, you see that it's doing a similar effect now. So if I disable the key here and enable, you see that's doing that. There's a slight difference visually though. So if we take the two, I'll just show you to compare. I'll make this one A+, so same thing as we had before. And you see...
What's the difference, bro? Like, what is the freaking difference? You plug this into here.
If we look real close, it's brightening what's behind, and then this one is actually occluding. See, if we look real close, it's brightening what's behind, and then this one is actually, and you see if we look, that's doing that. There's a slight difference visually though. So if we take the two, I'll just show you to compare.
Bro, there is no freaking difference. What you doing here?
Compare. I'll make this one A+. So it's
okay. This one's gonna be plus. The background is gonna be this one. Alpha is gonna be this one. And one. This is making it brighter. This is not. Oh, gotcha. So when I select this, disable this, nothing changes. Select this, disable this, it's bright, and now it's not. That's actually more correct way. Yeah, that's true. Anyways, yeah, I like it. In the crop mode too, bro.
Same thing as we had before, and you see if we look real close, it's brightening what's behind, and then this one is actually occluding what's behind. So
occluding. Oh, JJ. Occluding.
smoke occludes, it doesn't brighten. And so that's an interesting occluding. What if we look real close, it's brightening what's behind, and then this one is actually occluding what's behind. So smoke occludes, it doesn't brighten. And so that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Now what we can do as well is we can grade this a little bit to get it in the color tones that our image is in. So I'm just going to move it into a more interesting place real quick, and maybe we'll just flip it over so I can grab these little things and just flip it like this. So we could use maybe the bottom half, or scale it in different ways. We could even create another transform and just kind of play around with the position. So maybe something like that. I'll just keep playing with it to get something that looks interesting.
Interesting şey ya, koyut ya. Tamam. Oraya bir tane daha transform koyalım. Sana şöyle olsun. Hadi biz de ters çevirelim. Bir de böyle çevirelim. Şunu adam nasıl yaptı onu?
And just kind of play around with the things and just flip it like this.
Eksi 1'e gelince durdurdu. Okay. Ya -1'da zaten yapışıyor. Tamam. Bir tık daha küçültürüz. Oh, what the hell? I don't understand. And that's cool.
So we could use maybe the bottom half, or scale it in different ways. We could even create another transform.
I'll create another transform node. And put it like in here or something. I think that's cool. Over. I don't know. I don't know.
Form, and just kind of play around with the position. So maybe something like that. I'll just keep playing with it to get something that looks interesting. Maybe something like this. And it's also going to look kind of weird because, like I said, the colors aren't matching. So we're going to put a grade. And it's also going to look kind of weird because, like I said, the colors aren't matching. So we're going to put a.
What is not matching?
Because, like I said, the colors aren't matching. So we're going to put a grade node. And it's also going to look kind of weird because, like I said, the colors aren't matching. So we're
Colors.
going to put a grade node before the keyer. That would affect the keyer slightly, but we're not going to worry about it right now because I don't want to worry about the. There's a workflow called unpremult premult, but we're not going to get into it in this video. Worry about the. There's a workflow called unpremult premult.
Unpremult premult. Oh, I think this is like unpremult copy and premults. I guess he's talking about this workflow right here. I guess he's talking about this one. But we're not gonna talk about that right now.
We're not going to get into it in this video. We're just going to keep it simple. So what we're going to do is go to the multiply, and we're just going to put a little bit of blue into it. So if you notice, everything is kind of neutral. It's pretty neutral, but with a slight kind of blue color in there. We don't want it to be this reddish color. We just want to get those tones to feel slightly similar. And
bakalım ya. Şunu. Buraya bir great node. Multiply. Yok böyle değil. Nasıl olacak? Oh. This is. Yeah, this is a lot better. This one is a lot better, bro. Yeah. Great nodes, closed, open.
And also we could make it a little bit more transparent, and we also need to defocus it. So again, what we want to do is we're going to copy this defocus and we're going to paste it on here. Now,
Aynı defocus nodu. Bunun transformer'ından sonra hazırla diyor. Bir de bunun transformer nereye gitti?
in this video, put a grade note with the position to get. So maybe something like that. I'll just keep playing with it to get something that looks interesting.
Adam tek bir tane şeyle halletti. Biz de öyle yapalım. Tek bir scale noduyla halletti. Tamam. Şu bence güzel. Şöyle. Şu bir tık daha iyi. Luminance'ı nasıl etkiliyor ben onu merak ediyorum. Luminance'ı etkilemiyor. Yani neredeyse hiç etkilemiyor. Denilebilir. Okay. And go ahead. Share. Okay. No, we were not small. Can be here. Copy and paste it or share. Okay. Yeah, it's cool.
You know, maybe something like this. And it's also going to look kind of weird because, like I said, the colors aren't matching. So we're going to put a grade node before the keyer. That would affect the keyer slightly, but we're not going to keep multicolor in there. We don't want to. We could make it a little bit more transparent. This defocus, reduce it a tiny bit. So we'll kind of pretend that that's a little. What we're going to do is take that defocus and just reduce it a tiny bit.
Daha yakında olduğunu bildirmek için. Yani şu an aynı uzaklıkta gibi oluyor ya. Güzel bir taktik. Mesela 18 eksi 2 olsun. Hani ya da bir tık daha belli olması için 18 eksi 6 olur mu? 18'den 12'ye düşürdük. Oldu gibi, bilmiyorum. Şu bir tık daha oldu gibi.
So we'll kind of pretend that that's a little bit closer to us. At defocus and just reduce it a tiny bit.
Ben çok blur atmışım büyük ihtimal. 12'de bırakmış. Yani. On.
So we'll kind of pretend that that's a little bit closer to us and focus and just reduce it a tiny bit. So we'll kind of pretend that that's a little bit closer to us. And so it would be a little bit less out of focus. And that's why we're not using the same defocus. The other way.
Whoa, what is this? I used this one already. It doesn't look like it's accurate. Okay. Alright. I think it's cool.
We could do it. If you wanted to keep it the same, you can have one defocus node after and it would just defocus everything.
Hepsini aynı anda vermek istersen diyor, şuraya bir tane. İkisinden sonra ekleyebilirsin diyor. Şuraya bir tane ekle diyor.
So this will be fine. What we can also do is take the alpha here and we will reduce it. So there's different ways we can do that. One way, reduce it.
Yani bunu grade nodunda mesela gain'i Pardon, aynen gain'e de düşürerek
So there's
yapılabilir.
different ways we can do that. One way, we'll just do it through the merge node for now to keep it simple. There's a mix option. So if I double click this merge node, we can just bring the mix down and we
Aa. Yani burada buna mesela gelip alfayı azalt dersek azaltıyor. Yani şu şekil, şu bence bir tık daha iyi. Gerçekçi.
a little bit
Ne kadar kalmış? Composite.
more
Compositing smooth bitsin.
see through that way.
Yine ufak hemen 10 dakikalık bir aracı.
So there's a few ways to do it. If you continue down the path of learning Nuke, we'll learn some different ways. But this is keeping it simple. And we'll just tweak the color a tiny bit more on the smoke. I realize it's slightly too blue versus a little bit of this kind of greenish.
Yeah, yours is actually so blue. Mine is actually matching a little more. And I'm gonna take a look at it again. I think it's not cool. Wait a second. Saturation'ı bir tık daha açık olması lazım. Saturation. Mesela şuraya ne oluyor? Bir tık daha. Ha, şu şekil. Hani saturation bir tık daha açık olacak. Neyse, okay. Nuke. Let's make canvas notes. Make notes. Bookmark.
Hello everyone, this is Martin Meyer from the Foundry, and in today's video I've like that other bookmark, all you have to do is just double click the node that you bookmark to or bookmark it, and check the bookmark checkbox and be found under the bookmark section, jump to bookmark search box.
Okay.
You can alternate the bookmark section,
restore shift,
jump to
shift
search box, bookmark to bookmark. By default, all the nodes come with the bookmarks disabled, but the backdrop nodes come with the bookmarks on by default. And that allows you to automatically group sections of your scripts, and you will be able to jump to them immediately. So if I press J on my keyboard, you can see all the backdrop nodes that I have available, and I can start jumping around them. So these are my mind reads. I can start writing the write and filter on and use the backdrop node complex scripts. Move around quite complex. So this is really and a secondary input is the backdrop node name.
Okay. Bookmark. What is this? Bookmark. Oh shit. I don't know what the hell is this.
The search box. And the user input is the basically move around. I'll be able to search, shift, and bookmark. They can be found section, jump to bookmark, search box. An alternate key on you will from bookmark. Notes come with the by default, all the notes come with the bookmarks disabled, but I would like to add the note and be found under the bookmark section.
Save location. Edit bookmark. Save location 1. Edit My first location. This is not what I want, bro. Oh my god, bro. This is so freaking hard. Oh yeah. How to make sticky notes. Yeah, let's see. I'm just trying to learn these. How to add these, bro. The outside. That's too complicated. But we will figure this out, you know. Oh, like this. Sticky. I hope I'm doing it right. Okay. Can I change the font here? Okay, I don't want that. Okay. So how the frick am I gonna be adding these? That is too hard, bro.
If you're used to layers or nested comps, groups are one way you're going to feel at home in Nuke. It does not need to be altered. You and your teammates to focus on the part, focus on delivering some way to organize your comp script so everyone can understand it. Put all the nodes that have a common purpose into a backdrop and backdrop nodes also a fantastic way of leaving a breadcrumb trail for you or your teammates. Document important details about task parameter that needs to be kept are a fantastic way to share the work on a shop. Nuke's pre-comps are a fantastic way to share the work on a shop between multiple artists. Whether it's Roto, or a person can do it all. Backdrop nodes are awesome if you're used to layers or a lot of nodes that perform. So, if you have a lot of nodes that perform a task that does not need to be altered, then just collapse them into a group. They're a great way to organize a complex script so it can easily be understood. Used to layers or if you're used to label on your team. If you're used to collaboration, Nuke's tools will allow you to.
Bro. Oh my god. It's restore location. Bookmark. I don't understand, bro. Alright.
Tint there. So all
Backdrop. Backdrop. Oh, okay. And why is not? Backdrop. Okay. Why is it not fine? Okay. Not this one. Missed. Colors is this one. I want to change the color. I don't know. Yellow and red. Okay, I got it. Okay. Okay. Backdrop. Bigger. How am I gonna scale this from? Ooh, it's fine with all. That's cool. Soldier. Soldier. Okay. Okay. Where is that? How am I gonna do that? Şuna da şu. Oh my god. Um,
So when you add a backdrop to Nuke, you can usually write to identify aids or whatever that backdrop to be, like or discovered, a script. And so if you type this in, source equals default folders, just make sure that so you can customize.
Cappuccino. guys. Let's just.
Random is I've got a lot
I
of,
don't want to lose my time anymore. Let's just continue.
All we can do is just take this and we just pull over a tiny bit, and we'll see that will start to match a tiny bit better. So we just need to make sure we have those colors a little bit closer there.
A little bit closer.
And that's pretty good. So the colors can be pretty small differences, but when you look close, you want to make sure that those are matching. So
let me just see again. And this let's see. Before the before the blur, let's go. Okay, let's see. What did you do? Oh, it's it's really close to mine. That's promising. I don't know. Yes. This is a lot better. Okay. First 24. And okay.
You want to make sure that those are matching. So continuing forward here, we're going to add.
Continuing forward, contrast match. And fire.
Add some fire back here, and we're also going to start to match the contrast a tiny bit. So if you notice how bright his armor is.
Yeah, how bright his armor is. It's so bright.
And how bright the sky that's reflecting is. We have some bright sky, but if you look at the value of the sky, it could be a lot brighter just to make it feel like that punchy contrast, and that's what we want to add first.
It is so much. Okay, what should you do there, bro? Yeah, it's cool. I want to add that in there, or I don't. I want to add it a little bit. I like this way. It's not looking real. This one is a lot better. So it's a lot contrasting. Okay. Am I gonna say this again? Point 3, point 4, point 5, point 5, point 6, point 5. Okay.
So we'll just, after the defocus node, before the smoke, we'll add a grade.
Before the smoke.
And we'll just start to increase the defocus node. Before the smoke, we'll add a grade. And we'll just start to increase the gain a bit. And then we can just bring down the gamma a tiny bit. And that's just going to help our image feel a bit more punchier. And that's going to help that blend together. So that's a good start to increase the gain a bit, like that punchy contrast. And that's what we want to add first. So we'll just, after the defocus node, before the smoke.
Before the smoke. Okay. Ya şöyle. Burada. Contrast. Great. Probably great, yeah. Gain. Gamma. Şu an biraz daha. Bir tık daha iyi oldu gibi.
We'll add a grade, and we'll just start to increase the gain a bit, and then we can just bring down the gamma a tiny bit, and that's just going to help our image feel a bit more punchier, and that's going to help that blend together. So that's a good starting point. Another thing we can do now is grab that fire element, so we'll copy and paste. So copy it, paste, control.
Which one? I don't know which one is it. And yeah.
Control C, Control V, and we'll merge it over. It doesn't have an alpha in this case, so we're gonna plus it. And by the way, if it's an over without an alpha, and we'll merge it over. It doesn't have an alpha starting point. Another thing we can do now is grab that fire element, so we'll copy and paste. So copy it, paste, Control C, Control V, and we'll merge it over. It doesn't have an alpha starting point. Another thing is grab that fire element, so copy it, paste, Control C, Control V.
Arka plana ekle, buraya değil. Arka plana ekliyor. Yani siz biraz daha şöyle durun. Bir de şöyle. Okay. I don't know what that. Okay. Add a cure. Does it kind of do? Transform. I think it's the same thing.
And we'll merge it over. It doesn't have an alpha.
Defocus'tan önce nasıl eklemiş oluyorsun?
Our image feel a bit more punchier, and that's going to help that blend together.
Beer darts.
So that's a good.
Yeah, well. I don't know. It's cool, okay.
Another, grab that copy and paste, Control.
Defocus'tan önce takıyor. Okay.
Control C, Control V, and we'll merge it over. It doesn't have an alpha in this case, so we'll just.
Şimdi ben buraya mesela gelip crop eklediğim zaman ne olur? Değişiklik olacak mı bakalım. Yeah, it really place fixing, bro. That's crazy.
We're gonna plus it. And by the way, if it's an over with without an alpha, it's already a plus. But just to know that. And the way if it's an over with without an alpha,
Over?
it's already a plus. But
It's already a plus.
just to know that. And then I'm gonna position this so it's not so intense. I just want it to be kind of something subtle and in the background. So I'll just kind of move it off to the side here.
Subtle bir şey istiyormuş. Transform. Bu arada biz nereye geldik? Fire Compositing. Tamam, şöyle bir şey istiyormuş. Şeyini sevmedim ben pek. Şöyle bir şey olsun. Tamamdır. Crop notice, lifesaver. Yeah. Okay.
And we'll just use maybe the bottom corner of it.
Corner. Şöyle şey mi? Yes. Corner. Ya da şöyle çevirelim.
Just to hint that something is going on back here. We're thinking about the story. We're trying to think about why is there
Horizon'a koyalım şu an.
light on his right side. Maybe there's a fire right in front of him that he's standing in front of, and we're going to add some embers and stuff like that, but maybe the forest behind him is on fire, so we can kind of justify that and play with the position here until we get something that you like. One thing is here, we're thinking about the story. We're trying to think about why is there light on his right side. Maybe
Yani değil mi? Adam burasından bir light geliyor zaten. Şundan
there's a fire right in front of him that he's standing in front of, and we're going to add some embers and stuff like that, but maybe the forest behind him is on fire, so we can kind of justify that and play with the position here until we get something that you like. One thing is just like a pattern. So part of being a compositor is designing shots with either the matte painting or the elements themselves and trying to just find areas that you think look cool and it doesn't conflict too much with your eye and where you're looking. Behind him is on fire. Is there light on his right side? Maybe there's a fire right in front of him that he's standing in front of, and we're going to add some embers and stuff like that, but maybe the forest behind him is on fire, so we can kind of justify that and play with the position here until we get something that you like. One thing is just like a pattern. So part of being a compositor is designing shots with either the matte painting or the elements themselves and trying to just find areas that you think look cool and it doesn't conflict too much with your eye and where you're looking. And so I usually spend like a few minutes playing around with the position of things. If I were to go up and grab...
Bro, what the hell?
If I were to go up...
Oh my god, bro. What have you done? Mine is complicated, but mine like that. It's gonna make it save new comp version. TV. Ooh, okay. What the hell is going on? Anyways, workspace, compositing file, save compass. Compin image. I don't know, save. Save Compin new version. Oh, okay. Save compass. This one. Save. Save Compin new version. What? Oh. So we gotta make it like one. Save. New version I will save. No, Alter V. And bro, I said freaking one. Yeah. Okay. This kind of sucks. Anyways, what am I editing? Just see. Alright, comping image v1. Chuts. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's cool. Now it did. That's what I'm talking about. How do you save? Jitter, shift set. Oh, okay. What? Alt shift set. Gotcha. Alright.
If I were to go up and grab the position I already did and paste it here, I'll just use that position. So this is what I picked before, and I think this was a pretty good position. So this is what I picked before, and I think this was a pretty good position. Now we can mask this off, and we're also going to have to do some color matching here because it's really red. If you notice, it's kind of very red compared.
Yeah, it's kind of really red. Really red. Really red.
We're also going to have to do some color matching here because it's really red. If you notice,
really red. Okay. So it's kind of close to mine. Okay.
notice it's kind of very red compared to him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue from here after 15. Second. Alright, let's just take a break. And this is the fire. By the way, let me just reset this one. And backdrop mode. And maybe I can type something. I don't know, is it gonna work? Fire. It is not. Self nuke backdrop.
colors. Colors for we'll do a grade node. Use some of the there connected. Now we can mask. Also going to have here because it's really red. It's really
Yep. I'm back, guys. Yeah. Where do we left? Let's see. Okay. I'll work for 30 minutes later.
Red. If you notice, it's kind of masked this off, and we also gonna have to do some color matching here because it's really red. If you notice, it's kind of very red compared to him, and right now it feels a bit disconnected. So we need to kind of roto off some pieces so we don't have just things that are distracting. If you notice here, it's kind of pulling your eye. We don't want to look straight to there. We want to be looking at him and also make the colors better. So let's do the colors first. We'll do a grade node, and what we want to do is we want to.
I'm actually gonna make this because it's like not particularly fitting. Okay. Make this a little bit like here. Nice. Okay. No, it's better, I guess. Is it better? I guess so. Sound. Senses. Sound. Tamamdır. Böyle iyi. Okay. Okay.
Reduce some of the red to make it a bit more yellowish. So we're going to go into the colors here. We're going to reduce a bit of the red, and that's going to bring it to something less red, and we'll also reduce the blue. If you reduce blue, what do you get on the opposite side of the color wheel?
Oh, reduce blue, it gets yellow.
It's yellow. So if you actually reduce blue, you're going to get more yellow in the image, and so you can do it that way.
Yeah, I'm just going to try that one. Hello. How is it going, Dad? So, I'm gonna be going to clearing this area and go to this merge node. Actually, let's just leave it all and go to the fire. And where do we add the grade node? Here, okay. This here. But if I change this to Luma, actually plus, is it doing the same thing? That's what I'm gonna ask. Let's just see. If I add a merge node here, and if I connect this to the transform node, and if I try to see this, is a background with this. So let's see. So this is plus, and this is over. So let's see, what do we got over here? So this is the first one. I'm just gonna open the chat. This is the first one, and this is only the color. So let's just see. It is actually adding more. The plus is, yeah, I could use this, but our method is actually a little softer. So I'm actually gonna copy this one here. Copy. Let's open this. My method diyelim buraya. Çünkü bunu kullanmayacağız hemen şu anlık. Bunu da buraya over operation'ıyla ekleyeceğiz. Burada dursun. Şöyle. Şu anda biz fire composite etmemiz gerekiyor. Bunlar böyle duracak. Bu over olacak. Daha sonra notları görüntüle dediğimizde şu anda luminance key silinmiş olması gerekiyor. Ve bu da tabii ki de plus olması gerekiyor. Şu anda hani baya bakalım hemen. O tamam. Yani şu an ikisine de grade attı. Bu baya bir şey yapmış. Azaltmış. Şu şekil daha iyi bence. Aynen. Şu şekil tamamdır. Aynen, bence bu tık daha iyi. Bir tık daha hoş. Bakalım, evet şu an bir tık daha sanki oturdu gibi hissettiriyor. Evet. Greatsiz, greatly. Tamam. Oluyor gibi.
And then what we can do is add some contrast to it. So the colors are feeling more correct, but it feels very flat and it doesn't feel image. And so you can do it that way. Red, and we'll also reduce the blue. If you reduce blue, what do you get? On the opposite side of the color wheel is yellow. So if you use a bit of the red, and that's going to...
Redleri azalt diyor. Tamamdır. Şunu live'a çek. Heh. Şimdi grade nodunda bununkine değil, şuraya bir grade node eklememizi istiyor büyük ihtimal. Evet. Buraya bir grade node ekledik. Şunları bir kapat. Grade 5. Burada gain'in color wheel'larını açıp kırmızıyı azaltırsak, evet. Şu an kırmızıyı azalttığımızda hissediyor. Evet, hissediliyor. Aynen. Şu an aşırı kırmızı. Şu an bir tık daha sahneye composite oldu gibi. Evet.
Bring it to something less red, and we'll also reduce the blue.
Blue reduce deyince de burada tam tersi color gelecek. Şöyle. Blue azaltalım. Evet, şu anda blue azaldığı zaman sarı geliyor. Blue arttırdığımız zaman blue. Evet. Şöyle bir tık aynen şu şekil sanki bir tık daha böyle ateş gibi görünüyor. Evet.
If you reduce blue, what do you get? On the opposite side of the color wheel is yellow. So if you actually reduce blue,
bir color'ı reduce ettiğimizde onun tam opposite'ini almış oluruz. Yani diyelim ki purple, onun tam tersi burada ne oluyor? Greenish. Red olursa blue. Daha doğrusu cyan oluyor, yani magenta. Hani magenta. Onun Türkçesi neymiş? Bir dakika bakalım. Magenta. Magenta işte eflatun. Budur nedir?
you're going to get more yellow in the image. And so you can do it that way. And then what we can
Biraz sarı ekledi. Kırmızıyı azalttı.
do is add some contrast to it. So the colors are feeling more correct, but it feels very flat and it doesn't feel like punchy like this.
Yani bu şu an punch'ı hissetmiyor diyor. Hani böyle vurmuyor şu an ekrana diyor şu an. Büyük ihtimal çok fazla sarı ekledim. Şöyle bir tık daha azaltırsam aynen. Peki buraya bir tane daha mı ekleyeceğiz yoksa şöyle multiply'dan yok bu değil. Gamma. Gamma'yı düşürürsek sanki daha iyi oluyor.
So what we can do is another grade node, close everything else, we'll gain it up a bit, and we'll gamma down. Just add.
Gain'i up. Şeyi kapattı ama değil mi? Bir dakika dur nasıl?
Close everything out.
Ha,
Punchy
yeni bir
like
grade.
this.
Yeni bir grade.
So what we can do is another grade node, close everything else, we'll gain it up a bit, and we'll gamma down. Just.
Yani bu curves'deki hani Photoshop'taki curves ya da After Effects'teki curves'deki S-curve'in aynısını hani yapmaya çalışıyor. Bunu daha önceki VFX CGI Compositing tutorial'ında da söylemişti. Yani biz buraya bir grade daha ekleyelim şu an. Ve buna iki kere tıkladık. Alttakini kapat. Gain'i açarsak yani bir tık daha şu an sanki o ateş vuruyormuş gibi. Hani. Tamam, evet.
Just add that punchiness to it. And that's something that's a little bit closer. So let's look at it just before the defocus to see what we have. So that's kind of interesting. We want to make it look like fire. So looking at it before the defocus can help. And then the other thing we can do is another trick. So another trick that after defocus, you see these little circles that come from the bokeh highlight.
Tabii şu an bir bokeh efekti var burada. Neden? Çünkü bundan kaynaklanıyor. Yani bu burada bokeh efektini oluşturan nodumuz.
We can actually add more of those by targeting the highlights and boosting them just a tiny bit. So if you take a keyer node and you plug it in, remember we said the keyer creates an alpha based off of the brightness. So we're going to use this alpha not as an alpha that we're using, but as just as a control to target and grade just the highlights. So if we view this and we hit A, we can see this. And if you pull this bar over, you'll see that it kind of crunches down towards the brightest.
Brightest area'ya doğru kayıyor. Tamam. Peki onu buraya eklersek here. Şöyle. Ama şöyle hani maske olarak ekleyeceğiz. Şöyle. Bunun da alfası defocus'un maskesi olarak kullanacağız. Ve bir dakika hemen şuna bakalım. Evet, luminance key oldu. Şu anda alfasını ürettik. Alfayı ürettik. Alfayı hatta biraz daha crunchlayalım şöyle. Bir tık daha. Sanki bir tık daha iyi gibi şu an. Defocus'un maskesi olarak nasıl olacak şimdi bu? Tamam, bakalım hemen. Hocam şöyle koyver işte, tamam. Soldier, smoke. Okay. Nasıl kullanıyoruz şimdi bunu? Grade'e taktı ama. Grade'e taktı. Bu maske mi oluyor, bir saniye? Yok, biz bunu grade'den alacağız. Input'unu.
Areas of your image. So we're going to crunch it down a tiny bit like that. And this alpha is what we're going to use to color grade.
Color grade.
So we plug it in, another grade, and then use the little...
Bro, how much are you going to use to grade? Okay. Bunu buraya koyduk. Sonra bunun maskesini Luminous'tan aldı. Grade node. Just gonna clean this out.
Mask input and plug it into this alpha. So if we view here, and now we use these controllers, we say, you can see here it says mask RGBA.alpha. So it's using the alpha that's created here, and if we view it, there's the alpha. There's the alpha, RGBA.alpha. So it's using the alpha that's created here.
Bro, what the hell is going on? What is this? Okay. Tamam. Hayır. Bunu işaretle. Alfa'yı göster. Tamam hani. Şu an greatleyeceğimiz yer bu olacak. Tamam. Biz bu tarafı greatleyeceğiz demek oluyor. Bunu görüntüle.
And if we view it, there's the alpha. And now if we gain up, it'll only boost.
Yani ben şimdi gelip mesela şuraya göster. Mesela geldim buraya grade'e. Grade 7. Gain'i yükselttiğimde mesela oraları artırınca otomatikman ne yaptı? Bir dakika, multiply değil. Bokeh efektini arttırdı mesela. 10 yapalım. O 50 yaparsak ne olur? Çok parlak oldu. 5'te kalsın. Mesela 5. Yani 5 bile fazla yani de işte. Sırf görünür olsun yani en azından. Non-existing channel used for mask. Saç ikisini. Yani tabi. Aynen öyle.
Boost through there. So if you look real close, you can see that just the highlights, the very tips of the fire are getting brighter. And what that does visually after a defocus is it's going to give these little sort of boosts in the bokeh highlights. So if we boost it up a tiny bit, you'll see the circles. Only a few of them get boosted out, but it seems to add more detail.
Highlightları pop. Hani. Backdrop. Highlight. Pop. Tamamdır. Senin renginde kırmızı olacak. Highlight pop. Bu arada senin şeklin değişiyor mu? Select optional center input node. Yok. See control preference for options. Tamamdır. Geri color. Great node'a sağ tıklayınca olmuyor bir şey. Node. Oh. Anyways, guys. Just gonna make this a little bigger. Just do this. And do this. Okay.
Gives a little bit of that punchier look that we're going for. And
tabi biraz daha punchier look oldu. Aynen öyle. Değil mi? Evet. Şu an devre dışı bıraktık. İşte ne güzel. Yapıyor.
We could push it a little bit further here even. And maybe we need to expand it. And we could push it a little bit further here even.
Bu arada kaç yaptın sonra? 2.98 falan yapmış adam. Ben 5 yapmışım. Tamam yani. Yani şöyle iyi işte.
Bit, you'll see the circles. Only a few of them get boosted out, but it seems to add more detail, gives a little bit of that punchier look that we're going for, and we can push
Multiply ile de daha da arttırabiliriz diyor.
a little bit further here even. And maybe we need to expand our key here so we can grab that little bar, and if we move it over, different areas will be.
Buradan da kontrolü sağlayabiliyoruz. Evet. Buradan da kontrol sağlanabiliyor. O nasıl bir şey ya? Böyle kontrolü böyle sağlıyor. Tamam.
Affected as well. So we can push it up much further, and then we get something kind of like this. And we start to get something that's kind of nice. So we'll put our roto node.
Biraz da arttıralım yani o zaman.
And make for something kind of like this. And we start to get something that's kind of nice. So we'll put our roto node here, and we'll just and we start to get something that's kind of nice. So we'll put our roto node.
Şimdi ben buraya gelip gain'i mesela şu şekilde arttırdım. Multiply. Multiply'da bir tık şöyle düşük olsun. Şu an bu 2. Yani alfası 2'ymiş. 1.9 0.9 0.5 Black clamp, white clamp. Tamam. Neyse.
Node here, and we'll think kind of like this, and we start to get something that's kind of nice. So we'll put our roto node here, and we'll just we're going to cut off this side, so we're going to switch the roto to a stencil, and then
Stencil. Roto. Where did you add that freaking roto, bro?
and then we get something kind of like this, and we start to get something that's kind of nice. So we'll put our roto node here, and we'll just we're going to cut off this side.
Plus'tan önce diyor. O zaman şöyle yapacağız. Buraya bir roto. Ondan sonra merge. Ve merge'ümüzde stencil olacak. Yani nereye seçtiysek orada göstermemesini istiyoruz. Alfa'yı oradan aldım. Background'da bu. Yani anlamadım şimdi nasıl olacak ya.
The roto to a stencil, and then we'll take the roto, double click it, Q for the over.
Bir dakika, bu araya gelince ne oluyor ya? Ben anlamadım şu an. Tamam, şu an sadece burada istiyorum. Selam. Yani. Şöyle yaptım. Hepsini seçip feather'larına öyle verebiliyormuşuz. Ben vermeyeceğim. Belki vardır feather. Aynen varmış zaten burada feather. Neyse. Burayı sil dedik. Ben öyle bir şey istemiyorum. Bu ne? Visible. Yok. Ben öyle çizmeyecektim. sil onu. Ben şuraları istemiyorum sadece. Roto. What is going on, bro? Come on. Easier. Yani. Şuraları çıkardık bak şu an. Roto yok. Roto var. Roto yok. Roto var. Ben bunu gelip şöyle yapsaydım. Yani şöyle yapsam. Şöyle. Select all. Şöyle bir tık koydum mu? Aynen öyle.
Overlay, and then we'll draw a circle here, and then we'll just hold control to grab these points and just feather it outward, and we can just reduce the brightness by essentially stenciling it out. So we don't want to be looking there, but maybe just a hint of something is kind of interesting.
Şunları silersem ne olur? Bir de şunu. Bir şey olmadı pek. Şu neymiş? Add points. Neden 2 tane ekledim? Heh. Şöyle olacak. Feather. Feather istemiyorum. Hocam feather istemiyorum. Yok. Bunu kapat. Delete. Tamam, ben bu rotayı komple siliyorum arkadaşlar. Delete. Şöyle simple bir mask çizeceğim. Şöyle bir şey. Slide. Aynen öyle. Orada hangi? Yani. Tamamdır. Rotoyu aldı, stencil'la çıkardı oradan. This is cool, bro. I love it. Imagine we do this for big shots.
So there are more ways we can balance this image out even more. So right now, as a compositor, my eye is going here. It still feels a bit, it's just like your eye's going here. If you just zoom out and look at this as almost an abstraction, you know.
Yeah, like. Ya direkt gözüm ya bu tarafa doğru gidiyor şu an benim ya. Çok karmaşık bir resim gibi duruyor. Belki background'ı bile taşıyabiliriz. Çünkü çok parlak orası. Hala parlak. Yani parlak duruyor. Bir tık daha büyütsem. Şu şekil. Oluyor. Tamamdır.
You have like this just black hole kind of thing, and also like you're not feeling an abstraction. You know, you
Abstraction.
have like this just black hole kind of thing, and also like you're not feeling the connection between this light and what's off screen. And of course this fire might be in front of him, so you wouldn't see it behind him, but what I like to do as an artist, I like to try to hint those light directions as much as I can. And so what we can do is we can put a grade node after our defocus and our other grade node here, and we're going to plug it into a radio. I like to use these radios for this sort of pools of light concept. So if we turn on our overlay, essentially the radio is just creating the circle here like we did earlier, and we're going to put it over on this side, and we're going to use that to just boost up the side. So just boost it up in the gain, we can kind of brighten what's back there just a tiny bit, and that's going to help make it not so dark. We could even add a bit of a gamma, which would actually decontrast it a slight bit, so we get
Gamma'yı arttırmak, decontrast yapabiliyormuş bu resmi. Şimdi şuraya.
Earlier, use after our defocus and our
Defocus and grade'den sonra.
I can. And so what we can do is we can put a grade node after our defocus.
Grade'den sonra bir tane grade koyacağız. Buraya da bir tane radial shape koyup maskeyi vereceğiz. Şuradan da input'unu alsın. Şimdi radial şu. Şöyle gelsin mesela. Yani şu şekil. Böyle bir alanı kapsayacak. Grade de bununla maskelendiğinden ötürü. Şöyle temizleyelim. Burada ben bunun gemesini arttırabilirim bir tık. Kafam karıştı şimdi. Radial grade 4'dan input'unu alacak. Ve grade 8'e şey verecek. Gain arttırdığımızda neden onlar artıyor şu an? Aklımdaki sorular. Radial bir maske olarak kullanılmıyor mu şu an? Grade 8'in maskesi. Anlamıyorum abi.
As much as I can. And so what we can do is we can put a grade node after our defocus and our other grade node here, and we're going to plug it into a radio. I like to use these radios for this sort of pools of light concept. So if we turn on our overlay, essentially the radio is just creating the circle here. Like
Radial zaten kendisi bir şey. O yüzden bağlanmaya ihtiyacı yok. Yani şu an bir tık daha sanki eşitleniyor gibi.
Like we did earlier, and we're going to put it over on this side, and we're going to use that to just boost up the side. So just boost it up in the gain, we can kind of brighten what's.
I'm just going to change the position of this fire first. Who is this? Okay, where did we left? We were just positioning this thing. So just do that, I guess. Yeah, I'm thinking this is cool. I mean, yeah, okay. Mm. And I don't know.
It's back there just a tiny bit, and that's going to help make it not so dark. We could even add a bit of just boost it up in.
Yani bilmiyorum, pozisyon almadı galiba. Yani adamınkine bakılırsa şöyle bir şey yapmış yani adam. Ben de bu rotayı mesela geliştirebilirim bir tık. Ona göre. Şöyle. Bir tık daha iyi oldu. Gibi. Gibi. Ve yine transform. Yine şöyle bir şeyler. İşte bakalım.
The gain, we can kind of brighten what's back there just a tiny bit, and that's going to help make it not so dark. We could even
Okay. Yeah, 40 minutes is over.
add a bit of a gamma, which would actually decontrast it a slight bit.
Yeah, add a bit of gamma, which would actually decontrast a slight bit. Okay. Yeah, we will take a break, guys, for 10 minutes this time, or 15, I don't know. Yeah, let's just come back after for this thing.